Hey everybody, how you doing? Steven here. With Comixology laying off a lot of people, and it looks bad for what they're doing, and things don't look great for digital comics. I have to wonder what the future of digital comics is going to be. Now, I know both Marvel and DC have their own digital comic subscription that you can sign up to, and that's great. But from what I understand, you can't get it worldwide. There's some spots in the world where you can't get it, and that seems to be a problem if you're living on the other side of the world and you want to read the newest Spider-Man comic or the newest Batman comic, and you hop online and it's not available. That's not good. Now, I'm not here to say one is better than the other. I'm not going to say digital is better than physical. I'm not here to say physical is better than digital. I have my own opinion. My own opinion, I like physical media better than digital. I have boxes and boxes of comics. You can see them on my wall. Comic books. I also have many books. I'm not a big ebook fan. I have a CD player. I like some physical music. I have collectibles behind me. I'm a collector. I like to own things. I like to hold them in my hand. That way I know I have them. That's not always the case with digital media. I have a very large digital music file. I download music all the time. I find it convenient. But at least twice in my life, I've downloaded or went to download music and something happened. The first time it happened, I went to sync up my music with my computer. I got everything connected. And for whatever reason, I don't know, everything got wiped out. I lost every song I downloaded. And it was at that time probably a couple hundred songs. Lost it all. Had to start rebuilding. It seems I'm rebuilding a lot. Rebuilding my comics after a flood, my music after whatever that was. I did it a second time. Years later, I went to sync again, and I lost certain music. Again, I don't know why I only lost certain songs, but I haven't even begun to do them yet. But as that's an example of me buying something but not truly owning it. Same thing with the comic books. I know Marvel and DC have a license with Comixology that they allow them to, you can purchase comics from them. But if for some reason Comixology loses the license for Marvel or DC because of all the cost cutting things going on at Amazon or for whatever, someday you could go into your laptop or your phone and you go to dig up your Spider-Man comic books you want to read. And they're gone. They're gone. You spent hundreds of dollars building this collection of digital comics, and they can just be gone. That's not, and that's not even saying, putting into account that something could happen to your computer, something could happen to your connection, something could happen at the source where things just get wiped out, and you no longer own any of the comics you bought. I own both the VHS set and DVD set of the original Star Wars trilogy. And these are the original pre extra added stuff to them versions. Just the way they came out in theaters, just like God intended them to. Now, you're not going to find these versions anywhere on any streaming service. And by any streaming service, I guess I mean Disney Plus. But you go to Disney Plus and you go to play Star Wars Episode 4 New Hope. You're going to get the one with all the added extra stuff, all the extra special effects added into it. For better or for worse, I guess that's fine. I was always fine with the original. I didn't need all the extra stuff added into it. It just makes it look a little crowded. But someday you might go on to Disney Plus, and because they own Star Wars movies, they might say, we find this scene problematic. And they could go in and tinker with it. Or they could take it out altogether. Now you're going to watch your movie, and now there's a scene missing. Or there's a scene that's been just altered. That's not the original. That's not what was supposed to. That's not what was originally intended. If you have the physical copies, you never have to worry about that. You have exactly what the creator wanted you to have. And that is something I think is sorely lacking in this digital media. That the creator or whoever owns the creation of this digital stuff can give it and take it away at will. No matter what you do. No matter if you paid for it or if it's just like Netflix where you pay one price and you can have everything. Netflix, you go on there and you pay your one price. You go to watch a movie. Great. And then a month down the line, you go to watch that same movie. It's gone. They took it away. If you really like that movie, I suggest buying the physical media. I'm not opposed to digital comic books. There's a site that I go to that I can read comic books for free digitally. This is great for a few reasons. One, I don't actually have to plunk down any money for a bad comic book. And a lot of today's comic books are bad. Whether it's the art or the writing or whatever, they're mostly the writing. They're just bad, terrible comics. And I hear people talking about them, and I don't want to actually buy this comic. So I go to this website, I can download it, I can read it for free. And I can see for myself just how bad it is. And that's another thing about physical media versus digital media. I see comic books as an art form. Well, it is a literal art form. You have an artist creating characters. You have a writer creating a world through words. And when you put these two together, it is a great medium. It is a great thing to behold. Again, which is why I display them like I do. I display them like art. That's what they are. It's like the Mona Lisa. You can't have you can have one of those digital frames hanging on your wall and have the Mona Lisa there and go, hey, look, I have the Mona Lisa. No, you don't. You have a digital copy of the Mona Lisa. You don't actually own the Mona Lisa. You can just like, hey, I own Spider-Man #1 or Amazing Fantasy #15. No, you don't. It's just a digital copy. Anybody can get it until you can actually pull it out from your vault and show people, I own Amazing Fantasy #15. Now, that's something. So, physical, digital, there's good and bad on both ends, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be a physical media guy. Always have been, always will be. I do have, again, some digital media for because it's easier to carry around. I can't carry around all those CDs, which is why I keep them here and listen to them on my CD player. But in my car, I just plug it in and we're good to go. Hours and hours of music. What do you guys think? Where are you at? Are you a big fan of the physical media? Do you buy comic books and collect them? Or do you prefer just getting them online and having them that way and reading them? Again, I have no qualms with either. If you want to have one over the other, by all means. Again, as for me, I like collecting them. I like having them in my hand. It's art I can own and display and pass on to my kids down the road. Whatever they do with them, I don't know. I'll be going. Hopefully do the right thing. But let me know in the comments where you're at with this. You all in on the digital? Do you only collect physical copies? Do you have a bit of both? I'd love to understand and I'd love to know where you guys are coming from in your collections. I want to thank you guys for watching. Appreciate the subscribers. You guys are great. And I'll see you in the next video.